and welcome to Online Business Uncovered. This is episode 133, and in today's episode I'm going to be talking about how to build an offer that you can sell on repeat without burning yourself out. So let's jump right in and let's get started. Welcome to Online Business Uncovered, the show that lifts the lid on what it really takes to turn your brilliance into digital products, passive income, and time freedom. I am your host, Karen, an online business strategist, course creation expert, and your go-to for building a business that works for you and not the other way around. If you are an ambitious entrepreneur feeling overwhelmed, burnt out, or maybe you're just ready for a smarter, more sustainable way to grow, then you're in the right place. Because each week I'll be bringing you inspiring conversations, practical strategies, and step-by-step guidance to help you create scalable, repeatable digital products that sell even while you sleep. So if you're ready to stop trading your time for money, reclaim your time, and finally build a business that gives you the freedom that you deserve, hit subscribe and tune in every Thursday. Let's uncover what's truly possible for you, starting now. Hello and welcome to another episode of Online Business Uncovered. This is the show that helps you turn your expertise into digital products, passive income, and time freedom. I'm your host, Karen, and I really do appreciate you hitting that play button to listen to today's episode. So today I'm going to be talking about how to build an offer that you can sell on repeat without you getting caught up in things that's going to lead you to burnout. So we're breaking it down and I'm going to keep it really simple. But before I do, I just want to share something really exciting with you. So I last week ran my free masterclass, which was all about actually how to build a scalable offer in your business. Now, these masterclasses that I'm running are designed to help you turn your expertise into digital products. So I talk very much about online courses, creating memberships, group programs, digital products, things that's going to help you create that scalable income and that passive income as well, to give you more freedom, because you're building your business to give you the life you want, not to keep you stuck, keep you drained and burn you out. So each month in these masterclasses, I'm going to be tackling a new subject that's going to help you build an offer, launch your offer with confidence, and everything in between. So it could be creating your brand online, it could be scaling your offers and making more money. Now, the replays for these masterclasses that I'm delivering are going to be inside my free community, which is the Digital Creators Hub. This is the place to connect with other entrepreneurs, get support, and be the first to hear about these free masterclasses, which you are all invited to. So if you enjoyed this podcast and you want to take it that step further, and you actually want to get yourself started and create a business that ultimately works for you, then I'd love for you to join the community. Head on over to my website, www.sellyourbrillianceonline.com/community, and then you can click on the link, sign up and become one of my community members and get resources and tools and all the things as well. I would love to see you in there. So do visit my website, join today, and let's start creating a business that works for you. Okay, so back to today's episode. And today I am talking about something that I think every entrepreneur most likely craves, and that is bringing passive income into their business without burning themselves out and giving them a ton more stuff to do. So keeping it really simple, keeping it really easy. And one of the ways by which we can achieve this is by building offers that we can scale and that we can sell on repeat. And that's what I'm going to talk about. So imagine waking up in the morning, checking your phone and seeing those sales notifications that have come in overnight. Sales that came in while you were sleeping, or maybe whilst you were in your favourite cafe enjoying your coffee, or maybe spending time with your favourite people, meaning you weren't at your desk, you weren't working, you weren't having to respond to the demands of clients, you were enjoying life, doing whatever you enjoy doing, and you were getting those sales. Now, imagine that being your reality. Now, it's completely possible. It's completely doable. That's the power of creating repeatable offers. As service-based providers, when we sell our time, we are capped and we are often at the mercy of clients who we need in order to keep the lights on. And in order to obviously get that income, we need to spend our time delivering those services. Now, what I'm actually talking about is have something else that you can sell on repeat. And the reason why I'm saying as well as is because I just want to make it clear that you don't have to stop working with clients in order to do this. This can be something you have working for you in the background. And I think that's really important just to point out so that you understand that this is an option available to you. Because when you start creating repeatable offers in your business, you can attract more income, you can serve more people, create a bigger impact, and you can start bringing that freedom into your life because you're not having to go and trade your time all of the time. As of this recording, it is early September. So I think today is something like the 9th of September. And for the majority of August, I haven't worked because I've been fortunate enough to be able to take time off to spend with my girls. I've got 2 girls that are 11 and 13. My youngest daughter has now finished primary school here in the UK, which is just crazy because I remember taking her in on the first day of primary school, but she's now finished. And my eldest daughter is now going into year 9, which is quite a serious year because she's going to be choosing her options, ready for her GCSEs. So this summer, I really wanted to spend time with them because I feel like them growing up is just on speed. I feel like the past probably 10 years has absolutely flown by, and I can't believe that I've got a teenage daughter and one that's going to be soon in her teens. But I wanted to really spend time with them and have these memories that we're building so that when they are older and they want to be with their friends and they've got their own stuff going on, at least I know we've had this really sort of valuable time together. So that's what I've done. I've pretty much closed off my calendar over the course of August, haven't taken any meetings, haven't gone networking, haven't done anything really. I've done a little bit of kind of work in the background, mainly because I enjoy it, but largely I've spent the August being with my family. And the lovely thing about being able to do that is that I get paid regardless, because I have scalable offers in my business. I have online courses, I have a membership, I have things that bring me in income, I have affiliate things that come through that I've set up. And what that gives me is more freedom, because it gives me the choice to be able to spend this time with my family. And that is so precious, especially with children and how fast they grow up. So that's really why I think scalable offers are really important in your business. You may not have children, you may want to go and travel, or you may have other things that you're interested in. But the thing about creating scalable offers is that you get to bring in this income in the background whilst you're living life. And that's why you've most likely created your business, is so that it can give you the life you want. But we can't do that when we're constantly having to trade our time for money, because there's a capacity. We have limited time, we have limited energy, and most likely limited inclination to take on a ton more clients. So scalable offers become essential if you're looking to grow your income. The problem is, I think too many entrepreneurs are building offers that trap them into more work, more stress, and ultimately more burnout. Because there is this thing, I think, in the world of business that if you want to make more money, you either take on more clients or you put your prices up. And it really isn't the case. There are other ways that you can generate more income that doesn't require you to have to give so much of yourself as well. So in this episode, I'm just going to break it down and share the exact steps so that you can create an offer that works for you on autopilot. It's going to give you your time back and it's going to help you generate consistent income without draining your energy. So the truth is, I think entrepreneurs most likely fall into one of these traps. Trap one is they build their business by trading their time for money. So they provide custom work or they deliver one-to-ones or they do done-for-you projects. I know this firsthand. I used to have a branding studio. Everything I did was service-based until I started creating my digital products and my online course. So I know how it can be really tiring, constantly being on that treadmill of having to go find clients, provide a service to those clients, and then rinse, repeat in order, like I say, to keep the lights on. It's often great at first because it can be really exciting when you find a new client and they've signed the contract and you're good to go. But it does mean that every sale is going to take hours from you because you've got to be there to most likely do the work. You may have a team. You may be fortunate enough to have the team, but like I was way back when, it was still on my shoulders. I was still responsible for my team, for meeting deadlines and getting stuff done. It just means, though, that you're not really building freedom, you're building a job. The other area that I think entrepreneurs can fall into is overstuffing the offer that they're creating. So it may be that you are busy creating your scalable offer. Maybe you've created it, but you may have overstuffed it to the point where you're really exhausted with delivering it. And every time you try and sell it, you are literally secretly dreading the workload that comes with it. Both, I think, are very common sort of mistakes that I think, entrepreneurs fall into. So you most likely have a lot of skills, a lot of expertise that you can create an offer from. The thing that makes an offer scalable and repeatable are three very simple things. Number one, it's repeatable. So you are creating something where you're not having to reinvent the wheel every single time. Number two, it's valuable. So it's going to solve a very specific problem with your audience that they want to have solved. And number three, it's really simple. So it's easy for you to deliver, but it's also easy for your customers to consume as well. Now, when you nail those, you can create an offer that's both sustainable and profitable. We don't want to overcomplicate this. We just want to be solving one problem at one given time that our audience needs. So with that being said, I just want to share with you my 4-step framework to help get you started. So if you like the idea of doing this and you see the value, then I really encourage you to get started. And my 4-step framework is really going to help you with this process. So step 1, I want you to go and pick a problem. Now, you are not trying to solve world peace. You just want to create a solution to a very small problem that's going to give your customer a very quick win. So get clear on what their biggest pain point is. And then I want you to break it down. What can you solve through your offer? It could be about giving them clarity around something. It could be giving them a really simple process that they follow to help them get started. It could be giving them tools and resources that they are going to need in order to do something that's going to help them. But get clear on what that problem is, because you want to be leading with the problem and not the kind of bells and whistles of what you're offering, because your customers are going to be buying the solution that you're offering. Step 2 is the way you package it. So you want to really be thinking about the right container that you're going to hold it in. So this could be an online course, it could be a very simple kit, it could be a membership, or it could be a digital download. You get to decide on what that looks like. So I just want to give you an example here. I use a platform that I absolutely love using called Notion. I've mentioned it so many times on the podcast. If you're not using Notion, go and check it out because it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's notion.io. It's more than a project management system. It is a platform for you to build ecosystems on, but you can use it for collaboration. You can build products out of it. And so many Notion creators do. They have built successful businesses by just creating very simple Notion templates. Because if somebody's like me, where you literally live in Notion and you basically run your business through Notion, I have a whole ecosystem on there. I hate having to go and find different files and stuff. So the thought of having to do Excel spreadsheets and Word documents and all of this stuff, it just drives me mad, because no matter how organized I think I am, I can never find my files. So I spend so much time looking for them. I just feel like it's such an inefficient way of working. So what Notion does, it gives you the tools, I suppose, to build things in the platform. So I have lots of different areas. I have a business area, I have a webinar area, I've got my offers area, and all of my copy, all of my artwork, everything I do for each of the parts of my business is in those areas. So all I need to do is be in Notion, and I have access to it. It's absolutely brilliant. And I can share it with my VA, and I can do lots of different things. In my membership, I share templates that I've created to help my members be more productive and to help them with organising their thoughts and their online course and all the things, because that's what Notion gives you, is a platform to get really creative on, and it provides such a brilliant solution for someone that wants to be organised in their business and, like me, wants everything in one place. Now, as a small offer, it is possible for somebody just to create a Notion template and sell that Notion template and make money from it, because there are people like me that buy Notion templates, and I've bought lots of Notion templates. But creating one is very easy, it's very simple, but it's a scalable offer, because once you sell it once, you can sell it 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times. It really doesn't matter. And as I said, there are people that have created successful businesses by just creating these templates alone. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It could just be a really simple Notion template to help somebody get started. Because with that, you're helping them be efficient, productive, but you're also saving them time. And what's the one thing most business owners lack is time. So if you can tap into a need, then you will get those sales. And I think the template market is just growing exponentially because people are time poor. So they're prepared to buy stuff that's going to help them. So it doesn't have to be complicated. The simpler, the better, but just create something that solves a problem and figure out how you want to deliver it. Step 3 is about systemizing the delivery of that product. So you want to be thinking about automating the back end so that when somebody signs up, they get an email, they get access to the product. And once you've set it up once, it can continue forevermore. And a really great platform for this is system.io. I'll put the link in the show notes, but go and check that out because it's absolutely brilliant. But again, you can set up checkout pages where people buy your product and you can make money, and you can automate the system that you can then scale. And then step 4 is about pricing it to scale. And what I mean by that is making sure your pricing supports multiple sales without having to take extra from you. So you've got the right pricing strategy in place, but you can scale with that. You want to automate where possible. You don't want things to be manual, because if it's manual, you can't scale. So that's my 4-part framework for creating your scalable offer. So number 1, pick a problem. Number 2, package it up. Number 3, systemize the delivery. And then number 4 is have a really great pricing strategy that's going to support the scalability of your offer. Now, the golden rule for this is about keeping it simple, because simple scales and complicated fails. So don't try to make your offer everything to everyone. Start lean, refine based on the feedback that you get from your offer, and then grow it over time. And the goal is to build something that's going to feel lighter for you every time you sell it, rather than heavier because you've got to go and give a ton of your time that you actually don't have available. What is the one problem that your audience needs to solve right now? And how could you deliver this once and then sell it on repeat? Because that's the foundation of your repeatable offer. Now, if you are interested in finding out more, then what I would encourage you to do is head on over to my free community, the Digital Creators Hub, and go and access the free masterclass that I delivered live last week. It's an hour's training with some Q&A, and I've gone into this in more detail, in more depth, and I've broken it down. And I would encourage you to do that, because these offers are what is going to give you the freedom that you actually want in your business. So head on over to my website, www.sellyourbrillianceonline.com/community, and go and sign up, because it's completely free. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I hope it gave you some clarity and sparked new ideas for your business. If you found it helpful, then please do share it with a friend or a fellow entrepreneur who's also building their online business, because it might be exactly what they need to hear today. And if this episode has you thinking that you're ready to start turning your expertise into income, then please do join my free community, the Digital Creators Community Hub, where you'll get access to free tools, resources, monthly masterclass replays, and you'll be the very first to hear about my upcoming workshops. I will be back next week with another episode, but until then, I am wishing you a great rest of your week. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Online Business Uncovered. If today's conversation has sparked an idea or gave you a dose of clarity, then please make sure to check out the show notes for all the links and resources mentioned. New episodes land every Thursday, so hit follow or subscribe to stay in the loop. And if you're loving the show, a quick rating or review goes a long way in helping more brilliant entrepreneurs like you find this show. Until next time, keep showing up, keep sharing your brilliance, and remember, freedom in business is possible, and it starts with taking the next right step.